Alex Laughlin called out Big Chief, Fireball Camaro, and Chuck for a rematch of the Mega Race. So the title of this video is pretty self-explanatory and something that I think would be extremely exciting, but probably won't ever happen. So let's kick it off. I want to just mention one thing, and it is about my live feed the other day. The amount of support that I got off that video was just insane because, people that I know personally, I haven't even told them that stuff, and that was how they found out also. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everyone who had a positive comment and a uplifting thing to say. But with all that behind us, I will give everybody an update after Monday when we go to the doctor to see everything. I will give you an update, and until then, we're going to keep things rolling as normal, as normal can be right now for me. And this morning, about 2 hours ago, Alex Laughlin called out Big Chief, Fireball Camaro, and Chuck for a rematch of the Mega Race. And although it's something that I really don't think will ever happen, especially the way he wants it to go down, although the way he wants it to go down would probably be the fairest way for it to go down. And I'm going to read you his post word for word, and then you can, kind of decide, and we will talk more about it in depth and all of the circumstances and all of the reasons why I don't think it'll happen, but all of the reasons why I wish it would happen. He put a picture of the Mega Race from last year on his Instagram, and then he says, flashback Friday to this time last year when we were filming Mega Race against Fireball Camaro in Phoenix. I don't know if we'll ever do it again, but I'm 100% hoping and willing to be able to line up against Ryan and Chief again, just not in this junk TV car, aka the 3,000 horsepower dumpster we built, but a real car. I know we can outrun them. I have the same combo in my radial Corvette and have been a consistent 372 at 207 mile an hour, so it's proven we are fast. We just need a decent car to do it again. Who would want to see us get another chance? I say let's go to a 4-wide track, Vegas or Charlotte, and I'll race the top 3 on their lengths all at once. I can just about guarantee you we will not lose. Y'all in. And then he tags Fireball, Chief, and Chuck. And I just want to dive right into this all at once. I don't in any way, shape, or form see all 3 of them ever racing at once. I don't see Chief ever doing it again. We all know how that played out. It was disastrous, and Chief wouldn't do it the second time, so he's definitely not going to do it a third. And I know a lot of people is going to say that the radial Corvette that he's been racing, there's a picture of it on the screen, it's a freaking insane fast car that people's going to say it's a pro mod. And in reality, it's no more of a pro mod than any of the rest of them. Yes, it is a fiberglass car, and even if you made them all weigh the same, made them come up to a 2,500 pounds or whatever, just come up with a weight that they are all 4, whatever you want to, ever how many of them done it. If they all come up to the same weight, I do think Alex would win. And you put them on a track. I don't think that any of them would have a chance on radials. A big tire, maybe a combo like that, and I don't think there's any outcome where any of them would ever win except Alex. Alex caught a lot of crap online everywhere because of the mega races that he done. From publicly losing on TV 2 years in a row, I truly don't ever see it happening. I feel like he could maybe get one of them to do it again. It would be a amazing PR from a Street Outlaws or Discovery Channel standpoint, but actually getting all of them to do it is never going to happen. And about the cars, like I just said, the car is just as much of a street race car or a street car or a race car as any of them. I consider them all in the same category. There's not really a limit on horsepower, so he's not overpowering them. And, to be honest, they are all pro mods, in their own sense. And they all look like cars. I don't think that a car, as long as it comes from the factory with a fiberglass body like a Corvette, it should be kicked out of anything as long as it's a factory car. A Corvette is a factory car from General Motors, so, we can't help it that they chose a steel body car over a fiberglass. They had the same option in picking cars. Now, when it comes to the numbers, and he's running a consistent 372, he says, at 207, and that's a blink of an eye away from what Fireball Camaro's fastest time was. I don't think Chuck's ever been in the threes. We know Chief went in the threes with the Crow Mod. And although, like I said, from a PR standpoint, from a, let's bring this whole mega race thing back, I feel like it would be an awesome thing for Discovery Channel and everything that surrounds or involves Street Outlaws. I do feel like they would do better by leaving Gas Monkey out of it. From what all I understand and what all I have read and heard, that Challenger was really built in a few days. And while we can say Chief was the same way, since then, his car has, he has had time to work on it every week, where that Challenger probably got stuck back in a hole somewhere and hasn't, been touched since. So I would consider it a fair race. I would say put everybody run the same tire and put them at a certain weight and send them. Radials is wicked fast. I don't know, with gear combinations and all that, if Chuck, Chief, or Fireball could ever get down to the 372 where Alex is running. But I would love to see it. This just happened this morning. I'm pretty sure nothing will ever come out of it. As of right now, none of the three has responded via Instagram. But let's hope that they get on there and, maybe even this video stirs something up. I think that it is going to be amazing. There's several things that I think Street Outlaws could do to bring back their fans. And honestly, the show has declined. But, there's several things they could do. They could race NOLA, on the streets. Chief still hadn't outrun Kai. There's still several things they could do as from a PR perspective and, bring all this back. All of the amazing aura that Street Outlaws started with and has had up until the past couple of years, they can bring it back. 1320 released a video the other day, and it was Street Outlaws before they was the Street Outlaws, and that video was instant success. It's like an hour and something long. You can buy it on DVD or you can watch it on YouTube now. If you don't know anything about the Street Outlaws before they had the show, go watch it. It's a pretty interesting documentary that 1320 has put together. But as far as this goes, I do feel like that would be giving Alex a fair shot at, winning a mega race. And I think the kid deserves it. He's lost the past two, and it's because, he hasn't had any seat time in the car. They built a car that, the car they built was basically the same thing that Reaper done, just welded a bought skin onto a freaking rail car and called it a Challenger. And that's not what it was. They are all for about the same, and I feel like it would be an awesome race. With Alex being a blower car and the other three being turbos, it would be an interesting race to see. And I can already see a lot of the comments saying bring it to the streets. That's never going to happen. Alex isn't a street racer. He doesn't have that street experience, and that car is nowhere near set up for the streets, where all of the other guys do have track experience. So they would all be in their element. It would be a fair race from, any perspective that I can think of. It would be a fair race. It would be an amazing race. It would be an awesome race that we would all want to see. I would tune in. And, the four wide thing, never going to happen because, like I said, they're not all going to do it. But, I say give Alex a chance. I know that he caught a lot of slack and a lot of crap from losing and even be affiliated with Gas Monkey. I think if he separated himself from the Gas Monkey brand as far as the mega race portion, he would do a lot better and people would give him more respect, because the street racing community doesn't respect Richard Rawlins after how the mega race was handled. And if you want to know more about behind the scenes stuff that happened at the first mega race with Chief, go listen to the podcast where he talks about it. And he tells you a lot of things that you didn't get to see on television, and a lot of, stuff that you would like to know about if you're into Street Outlaw. If you're into this video, then you would like to go listen to it. It's a couple hours long, an hour long like the rest of them, but there's a lot of information in there about why Chief got so mad and stuff they didn't show, air, or talk about when it aired on television. But in the comments, give me your thoughts. What do you think? What would make it a fair race for all four of them in a perfect world if they did do it, And, they're never going to do it twice. They can't do it at the track and then go do it at the street. Let's say one race and, 4 cars have a, let him race them, let, Alex race all 3 of them. Whatever you think would be the fairest way to do it. And who do you think would come out on top? Alex is at home on a track like that. Take it to a track that he's not familiar with and try it there. I'm just trying to give scenarios where I think that it would be the fairest for everyone and where it actually might happen. But that's all this video is about. I got another video coming in a day or so. The wind is blowing so hard right now. I had a lot of things that I had planned to do today as far as YouTube related, but the wind's blowing so hard in here that I'm not going to be able to do it. I hope that I got this video done enough that where you can understand what I was saying. And the email address for this channel, jeastracing@gmail.com. Anything you don't want to put in the comments, send it to the email address. I do have some more information coming up about No Prep Kings and even more information about JJ. So expect a few videos coming soon, along with the update video from what bomb I dropped in the live feed the other day. Alex, if you see this, I hope that you get your chance to redemption, really. But I'm going to end it right here. Thank you very much for watching. Godspeed, and I will see you in the next one.